We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Fraserburgh 0, Rangers 3. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening in this post-match show as the one and only Bridgeman. And Ibrox Loyal, I think, owes me 50. How we doing, boys?
It owes me 52. Not 52, but 50 as well.
52, mate. Well, 52 card pickup, mate. I don't know.
I was right about the hat trick, but
Gary. Bad manners. Bridgeman, how we doing, mate? How'd you enjoy that?
Well, it was tough going, and some guys might say it was like pulling teeth. Others may say, well, we thought it was going to be something like that. Very, very tight park, but poor weather. Really one of these swirly winds going around. And
exactly what you thought it was going to be, Bridge.
Exactly, because I've played in these places like this before, you know. And even with
can I ask you a personal question? Can I ask you a personal question? Did you enjoy that?
No, really. I didn't. I enjoy watching Rangers. Right, it's a dreadful game of football to watch in reality, but my nerves jumped when I started to jump. I just want Rangers to win, as you know. When the penalty went in, I thought that should do us, but we didn't seem to stretch it at all. And when the second goal went in, I thought great. But when Windass scored his third goal, I thought that third goal was brilliant. By the way, really.
Good finish, nice finish, good goals. Obviously, first man a penalty kick, but even Windass didn't do a lot in the game. We played in second gear. I think the mission accomplished. Ibrox, you being Tom Cruise of Rangers Radio, mission accomplished.
Well, mate, that's what it is. We get a 3-0 win. Good hat-trick for Windass. We are in the next round of the Cup. The park was terrible. The weather wasn't that great either. We weren't at 100% either. Let's be honest, we played 6 players who you could quite conceivably say are bench players. So all in all, mate, the injuries, we're going to the next round. I'm happy and we'll go away with that.
No, you're quite right there. I mean, some of the positives was Murphy get a wee run out. He'll be better for that. Just it's only the 20 minutes, Bridge. He'll be better for that, but whatever it was he got on for, just getting the legs. Obviously, Dodo and Herrera, I don't think we'll see much of them, but Cummings get miles in the legs, about 60 odd minutes, which we thought before the game. Obviously, Halliday got some game time. I don't think Andy was done much tonight personally, but he still got some game time. Cardoso, we could say the same about. Crankier, I don't think we'll see in the league games going forward, based on what we've seen tonight. So, a wee positives. I think the manager got it spot on. Nice 3-0 win, and we move on. Game done. Bridge?
I have no complaints about any of the players. I think that as a team and as a unit, we did what we had to do. Sometimes it was really difficult to understand why they were putting the ball 50 yards past the player they were supposed to be passing it to in the first place. That kind of thing. But some poor passing in general throughout the team, but no individuals. I'm not going to pick up any individuals. I thought there was a couple of fouls against us that were pretty poor, and I think we Holt gave one foul that looked pretty poor as well. But overall, that's it. I think you're right.
We never get involved in a lot of contact. We moved the ball, but we never moved it crisp enough. We just done enough. Just done enough, Ibrox, sir.
Without a doubt, mate. And I'm happy with that, mate. We're into the next round. A week on Sunday we play against Ayr United now, so and it'll hopefully be a better pitch.
It's not much better than that. It's not much better than that.
No. All right, if people want to join us, what's the number, Bridgeman?
0141 356 1972.
Or they can join us at Rangers Radio Online, and they'll be brought in by All School Blue and his glamorous assistant. Ibrox Loyal, you're in transfer watch for us tonight. You got your yellow tie on, mate?
I have, mate. Know that it's doing as much good so far. It's another very quiet last transfer day for us, mate. Every time I see with a yellow tie on when I'm on Rangers Radio, we don't seem to sign anybody, but
I can't believe you sit with that tie on, by the way.
I don't care, mate. It's fun.
Have you got it on the now?
Aye.
Get the camera up. Let's see it.
I don't have a camera on this anymore, mate. I don't have a camera on it anymore, mate.
You're joking.
You used to have Bridge, but he broke it.
Right,
I looked at it, mate. I looked at it too often that broke.
Just get the phone out and do the periscope then, let's see it.
Periscope? I don't know how to do it, mate.
Oh,
no. Get Mount to talk me through it later, mate.
Don't want to scare young Mount Vernon. He's got his work in the morning. All right. What's the big transfers? Any big ones went through, mate? Anything? Obviously, we signed that young boy today, yeah?
Aye, Glenn Middleton, mate. 18-year-old winner for Norwich, mate. I think he'll go straight into development squad, though, so...
All right, okay. Believe he's another a big Rangers fan.
Apparently, mate. So he says, so... All good, mate, all good.
Okay. All right, well, been joined by young Mount Vernon. How are we doing, Mount?
Evening, gentlemen. How's it going, guys?
Hi, Mount.
How's guys? Yeah. I thought it was a very, very professional performance tonight. I thought the pitch was an absolute disgrace. I mean, apart some of the balls, you could tell with a couple of days rain on that pitch, it could be unplayable. But no, great performance by the guys.
You boys are spoiled, mate. That's what all the pitches used to be like in January.
Aye, well, as I said,
even ours.
Well, as I said, it's. I'm just glad that we've got a fantastic playing surface at Ibrox to see the football. You know, it's. No, it was a professional job. You know, that could be a banana skin. You know, the wind's howling off the North Sea, and you know, it's a horrible Wednesday night. We got there and we do exactly what we need to do. So, you know, it's exactly what was needed tonight. And I think the positives was, you know, boys get a run out, but guys like Hodgson, Halliday, and Crancher really shouldn't be in the team, in my opinion. You know.
We've also been joined by young Gary again. How are we doing, Gaz?
How are we, guys?
I'll ask you the same question I asked Bridge. Did you enjoy that?
We got the job done. That's all I can say, really. I can't say I was sat there thrilled, but you know, they were very physical, which I expected them to be. I thought we struggled with the wind in the first half, but Windass, great performance, great hat trick. I agree with what most of the guys are saying. There's a couple of guys in there that I don't think should be in the team going forward. But no, at the end of the day, it was all about getting the job done and getting away without any injuries as well, which seems to have been fine. So just glad we got it.
I thought Graham Murty got it spot on, Mount. I don't know what you think yourself with the changes.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
done his job as his manager. We've got to think in the next. What have we got? We've got Hibs Saturday, Thistle on Tuesday, and then Ayr United next weekend. So
yeah.
You know, it's a big 3 games coming up.
I think fundamentally it's. I mean, tonight was all about attitude. It was all about being professional and going on and do the right things for the team. And I think Murty picked well in the sense that I think he gave players that needed a run out. But as I said, for me, it was just all about the professional performance. Early goal settled us really well. Took the nerves right out of the game. I thought the only thing that was levelling the biggest lever was the pitch, in my opinion. But apart from that, it was perfect night for us. No injuries, hopefully, touch wood, and back down the road to prepare for Hibernian. We lost Oxford.
You carry on, pal.
Some of our passing was appalling. It was a negative, but I mean, we got the game out the way. That's all I can say. That's the only positive I can see. We never made a lot of chances. We huffed and puffed a bit, Bridge Manor.
Aye, we did, pal. It just wasn't. It was like a disjointed game. We were far superior, and to me, with passing, and we were a better team than them all over, which is we should be, yeah. But in reality, their pitch, they know the weather, they know how the pitch plays, and so on and so forth, and they're playing the Rangers, so there's a chance of an upset. And they They played the way they wanted to play, and once again, there were times in the game where we let ourselves down by not being able to go and win the ball. It's a high ball, it's drifting in there. We don't seem to have anybody in our team that's able to go and just head the ball away or take the first ball and put it out of the park or whatever. We just don't seem to look. We seem to be struggling in that area. But we won a lot of second ball, that's for sure.
I thought once again Big Bates done okay, mate.
Yeah.
He was
Cardozo
trying to
did
bring
quite
it-
well as well. Yeah.
He was trying to bring the ball. You can see there's some slight improvement, and he's when he's bringing the ball out. I think it is something you can practice as a centre half. Your distribution bridge.
Oh, absolutely, bud. And that needs to be done.
For him, I think it's something he could improve. What I did notice tonight, when he did struggle when the ball goes to his mid-drift Ibrox. That's something you could look at Big Bates. It's, because the boy, I think, is one of these workers that will put the work in to improve his game.
No, definitely, 100% agree with that, mate. It seems that he's one of the players that probably stays behind at some after some training sessions as well, and does a wee bit extra. But I think I'm not trying to make any excuses here, but the weather and the state of the pitch didn't help his game. But it just showed you he still did very well for what he had. The things that were going on a bit more, obviously the pitch and the weather was a leveler for them. Let's be honest about it. They seem to know how to play on it and where to be at certain parts of the park. Obviously, we're playing on it every other week, and it was a leveler for them. So I expect to see Bates, mate, and against Hibs as well. With big Russell Martin coming back in, and he might feel more comfortable having Russell Martin more in beside him as well. So,
well, Tav will be back. Goss will be back.
Yeah.
Martin will be back.
Martin will be back.
Yeah.
Murphy
the whole
will
team.
Murphy will be playing, and if he's still with us, Morelos will be playing. Cummings will be back on the bench. That's what I think. Mount Vernon.
Yeah, just I think it'll be a change side, obviously, for the visit to Hibs on Saturday. It's on you go, Bridgman.
I was going to ask all of you, do you think it would be wise, given the situation, to play the boy Cummings from the start on Saturday?
If Morelos is still with us, Cummings will not be starting, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. For his own safety. That's what I'm thinking, because
All right.
I don't think he's 100%. I don't even think he's 100% fit yet, but I think he would get a torrid time from their defenders.
Just a quick point, guys. One of my good mates off the bus, he tried to gain into a genuine ticket.
We'll talk about it tomorrow night. We'll talk about it tomorrow night.
No, anyways,
It's
okay.
a story of Brighton and the photographs in the lobby. Absolute liberty.
Yeah. I
Get me a
thought it'd be interesting, maybe a wee chat, but absolutely talk away.
Looks as if there's hundreds looked at by the looks of it, which is I just can't see. I'm going to put my hand up here. I can't see anybody forging tickets for Fraserburgh, but it's just a personal view.
Well, best no say online, mate. Probably best no say online.
All right. So, Ibrox, the boys will come back in. There'll be about 5 or 6 changes on Saturday, and I've got to say once again, Mr. Murray, spot on.
No, you're right as well, mate. You did say it last night. You clearly expected 5 or 6 changes for the sheer fact that we've got Hibs, we've got Partick Thistle with a number of games within a short period of time, and you can't have a lot of our first team regulars out tonight just in case they get a slight knock or anything else. You need them 100% fit, 100% focused on Hibs and obviously the coming games against Partick Thistle, because as you said last night, they are the 2 most important games. I suppose every league game's important for us now, but
expected this to win the night, mate. I've got to say it. Obviously, I didn't expect us to score. Usually, you and Gary were looking for a lot more goals, but me and Bridge will accept the money. I thought we'd get through that tie and you move on and put it behind you. There, United want to be a trickier tie, Gary.
Aye, it will be. It's certainly going to be a step up. And again, if I'm right in saying, I think Ayr United's got one of them kind of tight pitches and all, haven't they? So, to me, that's kind of not a disadvantage, but it certainly makes things a bit more difficult for us. But to be honest, I would expect us to get through that as well without any great issues.
I hope so. So if people want to join us, Bridge, what's the number?
Number's 0141 356 1972.
You can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where all school blue will bring you in. Mount, that blue shadow skiing you to tighten that lobby again.
Well, it's just what happens when you're at the top, innit? It's tough at the top, as you say, Oxjay, it's tough at the top.
It's even worse at the bottom, Ibrox, isn't it?
Very is.
Yeah. Aye, well, as I said, me and Ibrox a couple of days ago were talking about his wedding nuptials, so the service is...
You've not had the latest, mate, but we're not getting into that anymore.
Aye.
Let's just say we had to cancel the stag night.
Oh
dear.
Oh
dear.
It's not good.
I'll not try and work out now.
Is it not just delayed, Foxtail? Is it the stag night not delayed, really?
Cancelled.
Is it
Anyway,
totally gone?
Is the flight's too dear to Amsterdam, is that right? The flights are
talking
too
about
dear to
guys who have cancelled stag nights once or twice. How we doing, Fox? Is he with us, Fox?
He is with us, as is Rudy Bear.
How we doing, Rudy?
Aye, guys, how we doing?
Is that Fox? You better answer. We'll be sending an ambulance.
I'm there.
Don't do that to me. Well, I hope you've taped that so you can watch it over and over again.
Oh, aye.
Oh, for me, it was one of the games you'd be better watching on the radio, mate. And I quite honestly didn't think Crankar and Hodgson would have looked at a place in that Fraserburgh team at all.
Aye.
I thought it was sad, mate. I feel sorry for all the Bears that travelled up there to watch that, pay good money. I always think a Rangers team should go out as strong as you get. I said it before the time. There was no entertainment in that tonight. None at all.
I was watching it. I think it was about 70 odd minutes. And I thought, I was hoping there was. Usually, I want to see more goals. I was just praying for the final whistle. We were winning, Rudy.
I was doing that at half time, mate, to be honest with you.
See, to be honest, guys, sorry, just to quickly just cut across there, but see, considering the pitch was a big factor the day. I think the pitch was an absolute disgrace.
Sorry, Mount, can't agree with you, mate.
Mount, can't agree with you. You've got good players should be able to play in anything.
Well, I mean,
But
they're spoiled.
It's not just that, Mount. You look how far below us they are as a team. You know what I mean? Where they sit in the league to where we sit. That's an excuse for me, that pitch. Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. The pitch was an absolute joke. But that's just that's no an excuse for me. That first half was dreadful. My son-in-law texted me at half time, says, I can't believe I've just watched that for 45 minutes. I went, I know what you're saying. Seriously has to improve in the second half. And to be honest, it didn't really get any better in the second half. Josh Windass got a couple of goals. Fair play to me, got a hat-trick tonight. But then Fraserburgh were playing. Fraserburgh, let's not forget that. They're playing Fraserburgh, you know what I mean? That if you play like that against Ayr United, I tell you what, man, that could be a banana spin for us.
Rudy, I don't think we're going to play like that against Ayr United. We're a totally
No,
different team.
I would hope no, Bridge. Honestly, I feel really sorry for Cranchar. It's like putting an old dog out to herd sheep, man. That's what it's like.
These are the words we were speaking about a wee bit earlier.
And Bridge, I hate to say that because he's been an amazing football player in his career. He's had a fantastic career, but he just doesn't have it any longer. It's as simple as that. Lee Hodgson, for me, shouldn't be at the club.
When you're done, mate. And I mean that with the greatest of respect. And Cranchar's done. When your legs go, mate, his brain's still willing.
It's like I said to you a few weeks ago, there's nothing wrong with Cranshaw's feet, it's his legs that are gone. You know what I mean? He's just not capable any longer. It's as simple as that. As I said, it's like putting an old dog out to herd sheep, man. It doesn't work. You know, it's as simple as that.
We have to realise what the club have done. They've set our team up there, and admittedly, it's nowhere near our best team. And so there's maybe only about 5 or 6 of those players would probably play in any way regular.
You've also got to remember, Bridge, you remember, take that half a team, take the 5 players that we're saying on the half a team. What is their wages?
Oh, I understand all that. That's justifiable complaints. All I was going to say was that there are some players in there who have got their probably contracts up at the end of this season. I'm including Cranchar in this.
Cranchard's the only one, I think.
No, I think Hodgson.
No, I don't think so, mate. I think he's got another year to go.
Oh, well, there you go then. I didn't know that. It just shows you.
I think so. Anyway, we've been joined by a guy who's always a good judge, George Logan. How are we doing, George?
Hi, George.
Been up cut front a couple of judges. I don't know about anything else.
Don't remind me, George. Don't remind me.
Oh, you want to put you on with a court expert, Bridge?
Oh, no, don't, please. Don't let me talk about it. Don't let me talk about it.
That's a custody expert, is it no?
George, I don't know if I heard this. My wife and I went to a restaurant in the top of Hope Street called the Piper's Inn or something like that. Piper's, the Piper anyway. And it used to be the jail in Glasgow. It used to be Maitland Street Police Station. Huge big jail. So we're walking in there and she says, the restaurant's just through here. And she turned around and started walking down the stairs, and I thought, I'm not going to do them again. So I said, we're going the wrong way now. I know these stairs.
I think we'd rather talk about that than that game, George. But anyway, these are thoughts, George.
Yeah, I'll see, to be honest, I mean, I quite enjoyed the game. I enjoy watching Rangers any time, and folk were saying 6 and 7. It was never going to be 6s and 7s. I didn't think it was going to be 6 and 7. I think Bridgeman said 1 or 2, and Fox said 3. I thought that was probably going to be about right. Hawks, we should go out and beat them every single week. And 9 times out of 10, we will take 5 and 6 off them. But they guys are out there doing absolutely everything. I mean, we've came through all these divisions, Hawks. We came with these guys are like when they want to play against Rangers. They've got to give everything. Rangers were poor tonight. I agree with Wee Mount. The part was poor. Cranchar is finished.
Oh, we're not denying the part's poor, mate, but you should still be able to pass the ball 10 yards, yeah?
I still think some of Cranchar's touches and that, it's brilliant to watch, Ken. He's finished. He'll not be able to run through a defence or anything like that, run with the ball at his feet, but see some of his touches and that, I think it's absolutely brilliant to watch. On the other hand, I didn't think, and that was my positive there. I always like to start with a positive. My negative, Hodgson is going to be your backup left and right back. We can't have that, Ox. We can't. He's just. I mean, they guys are junior players, and they're making a fool of him tonight. That goalkeeper, another one, and somebody said on Twitter, I was reading earlier, is he drunk? Kicking the balls and things like that. We need to get that wee boy Liam Kelly in the goals as our backup keeper because he's not going to do. And it's alright coming on and moaning, we've won 3-0 and that. But see in a game when maybe somebody is injured or the keeper is injured or the keeper gets took off, he's going to be going to our park. I think he's a liability. I've said it for a long time now. That last game when I thought he was a liability, and I think we need to do something about these guys. Like Hodgson should never play for Rangers again.
Listen, George, sometimes your constructive criticism points of view, it's the right time to do it when you win a match, because if you lose a match, you're maybe angry and you overreact. But the night we've won the match quite comfortably. Really, we could have scored more goals at the end if we'd just passed the ball. So the comments are maybe fairer tonight because we've won the match. If that makes any sense.
That's what I'm saying. This is the time we say. I mean, the wee guy Hodgson, he's played an alright couple of games for us here and there, but in the piece, I mean, you're the one that said it as well. He's been absolutely torrid for us. And that the night, I mean, a couple of times when you're playing football against anybody that's played at any level, I never played at any decent level, but I played football, and the big centre half beside you's telling you, didn't dive in. That's what he's constantly saying. And I'm saying to that boy tonight, didn't dive in, and he's diving straight in. The wee boys away past him, just silly things like that. Like, so I think we'll need to get a young defender in there to take his place because he's not got to do as a reserve, as a stand-in for his Ox.
What I will say is, I think if Blue Shadow was here, he would come over with a point. How did we not play at least one, maybe even two boys there tonight maybe just to get them on the park, even as substitutes. What did we achieve by bringing Dodo on? What did we achieve without giving a boy maybe a run? Because you can put 6 players on the bench. Mount Vernon.
Aye, definitely. I think Dodo. I think the boy really, to be honest, he really should be trying to release the boy if we can. You know, I just don't think he's good enough. Hodgson, for me, I'm trying to use language that wouldn't. I don't want to offend him, but the boy isn't good enough. I don't know if it was yourself or George Logan says the junior players were taking the Millennium. The boy just isn't good enough. He's physically inept. He's just not a good football player, the boy. How he's capped for Northern Ireland, I'll never know. Honestly, I mean that in all sincerity. The boy isn't good enough. Halliday was non-existent tonight. Love the boy off the park, but on the park, he's not good enough. Kranjčar, like Big George says, his touches are fantastic. He kind of set up the penalty really with that ball into the box, but for me, guys, his legs are just away. I think you're right, Oxford. I think it'd have been great to see a young boy coming on making his debut. We've got the boy Serge Atikai. We've got I'm sure Ibrox will rhyme off some boys that we could have had in that team. I do understand the manager's selection. Perhaps maybe keeping the likes of Mary Ellis, Murphy, players like that in case we do need to maybe come on and get a goal. But as I said, I just think for me, guys, there's some players in there are stealing wages. The point on Alwick, I thought similar to you. I think the boy Liam Kelly now deserves his chance at number 2. I think Alwick's a bit of a bomb scare. So I think young Liam Kelly is doing well. I'm sure Ibrox will be able to update us on the goalie situation in terms of where we are with him. But for me, guys, it would have been ideal not to see the boys on. I'm sure. The way I'm thinking is, I'm sure we've got a better left or right back that could come in and cover for Tavernier instead of that boy. He wouldn't have done any worse than him tonight,
I think Hodgson and Halliday, Mount, I think both of them are championship players at best, to be honest with you.
Aye.
I don't see Halliday improving to the point where he's going to get a regular game. It's as simple as that. When we've got a fully fit bench, we've got a fully fit first 11, and you think about who's out there now, Halliday's not getting into that team for me. It's as simple as that, because the step up that he would need to make to become a regular in that team, I don't think he's capable of doing it. I really don't. And I hate to say that about him, because he's one of us, isn't he? There's nothing I would like to see better than Andy Halliday come back and stake a claim in the first team. But he's just no go to it for me. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but he never had it last season. He's no go to this season.
Just quickly, how can you look good against the champions of Brazil, but you don't look good against Fraserburgh?
Well, I know, but you can have a one-off game, where you can look really good and everything just seems to fall into place. But is he capable of doing that on a sort of consistent basis to a high standard? No, he's not. It's as simple as that. He's just not capable for me.
Rich?
Just to put a wee bit more positive note on it, I don't want to complain about any players, certainly not tonight. We got a thoroughly deserved 3-0 win. It could have been more, but I know it was poor. I'm not kidding myself on. And the players that have been mentioned stood out like a sore thumb because of the poor play. In some cases, it was just shocking. But I don't personally want to cause any consternation at all. I think hopefully the management were watching that game tonight and they see just the things that we've said. There must have been many thousands of other Rangers fans thinking. I don't think
the manager would bother me. I think the manager will pan out.
No, I'm saying he'll be happy. He'll be happy that he's won and he got through. He'll be happy that he got through. That's what I'm saying. So technically speaking, he's going to look at the way they played and done this. So he's going to see the number of poor passes, the number of desperate clearances by the goalkeeper who created the desperation himself at times. So that these kind of things have to be taken into account. And I'm sure that he's going to come up with something better. We've got, as you guys say, we've got to have something that we can say, look, we're a couple of injuries. We want to be able to put so-and-so in. Right, let's go and do that and be confident they're going to do it. Some of the guys tonight, you wouldn't be too confident putting them in against an Aberdeen or one of the other teams that we play against, the Hibs or something like that. Never mind them across the city.
But you think about it then, who didn't play against Aberdeen? Even Halliday came on against Aberdeen. Cummings come on against Aberdeen.
Well, Cummings is one of your stars. He's going to be
Aye,
your star.
Murphy. I think
Murphy,
well, Cummings doesn't look fit, Bridge. He still doesn't
Oh
look
no,
fit.
no, no!
He's
He's nowhere
really
near fit.
blown.
He's never kicked the ball. He's hardly kicked the ball. So he's got a whole pre-seasons exercising to do yet, before he gets into this. So hence the reason why I said I don't know if the manager would take a chance in playing for the start against Hibs, because they've certainly got.
No, if Morelos is still there's no chance of him starting. Ibrox, any news from me yet?
There's nothing, mate. It looks like I hate to say this, mate. I hope it doesn't turn out the way that we were talking about last night, that when this transfer window shuts, because the Chinese one doesn't shut until the 28th of February, there's still every chance that he could go, which, to me, I would love to see some sort of striker coming in. There was obviously talk about the boy, Ollie McBurney, but he's now went to Barnsley. But there's a boy, Devante Cole, who's the son of Andy Cole, who plays for Fleetwood, who has got like 12 or 13 goals down in the league that he's in. And there was talk of maybe going in and trying to give him something like maybe 200,000-300,000 just now and trying to get him before the summer. But apart from that, mate, there is really nothing for your club just now anyway.
Nothing on me and Bridges move to TalkSport, no?
Oh, well, these are maybe to TalkSport, mate. I was talking about moving to Radio Snide, nap up that down, so...
See this transfer window thing, where the Chinese have got theirs up to the end of February. I think that's just stupid, and that's going to be
the whole thing's stupid, Bridge.
But we're a bit stupid. We're a bit stupid because in Scotland here it's midnight tonight, but in England it's 11 o'clock.
Stupid.
It's always been the same, Bridge.
No, I'm not saying it's not. All I'm saying is that we're saying it's stupid that the Chinese have got another month. I think our managers even hinted that what we should be trying to do through all the sort of associations is bring the whole thing into line.
But the thing is, you've got to look at, mate, China obviously on the European leagues, mate. That is why they can have the transfer window basically when they like.
Well done, Ibrox. Your geography's getting better.
Thank you. I'm learning that.
It doesn't really matter. What we're saying is if we're going to have all the associations under FIFA, what our manager's saying is, if we're going to have transfer windows, they should all be the same. That's what he's saying.
It should be synchronised. All the associations should be,
That's a big word, Rudy. That's a big word.
One at a time. Fox, you looking for any movement tonight? I don't mean you. I mean in the transfer window.
No need for me. I'm not thinking. I think it's getting a bit late now. I'd like to see like Ibrox another striker come in, but because I don't fancy our options without Morelos, mate. Can I just say we couldn't have brought young boys in the night. They were away in Villarreal playing last night, remember? When you were talking about could they know I've got a wee chance tonight, so...
I mean, but Murray boys are about 17, 18s away playing. I think that's the problem, mate. When there's a gap in between that we're no filling, without having reserve football.
Aye, true. Anyway, back to the transfer thing, yeah.
Yep.
I think they should go back to the old line, mate, where you can sign a player as you need them. I think that's what inflates the prices because there's a deadline on it. And if you're a new manager coming in to take care for somebody, you've got to wait to the next transfer window before you can improve the team. That's no fair in some people, mate. I think that's how you see so many managers sacked. That's my opinion in the transfer market, anyway.
If somebody challenged it legally, mate, you might find this restriction of trade. We'll be joined by Big Al. Aye, a bit like Bosman, aye. We'll be joined by Big Al. Big Al, how are we doing?
Is it? Not bad, gentlemen. In my capacity, I know you're getting a lot. I'm on site, guys.
Carry on, mate.
Quick call, but just a bit facts. As my capacity as overseas ambassador, I've been speaking to a couple of Chinese guys this morning. So they've informed me the reason the Chinese, don't laugh, this is true, the reason the Chinese transfer window is at this time of the year and it's at that length, it's because it's Chinese New Year time and it's virtually a month's holiday in China, if you can get it off. So just to
remember the good old days
that's why it is.
We had a month off for New Year in Scotland, Al.
I know. Look,
Couldn't find half
I'm
years.
applying for I'm applying for jobs as we speak, boys, because this job is no good. It's too noisy for me. Right, anyway, a good result tonight. Cranchard's done, Halliday's done. They should have went. Cranchard was signed and he was done. So that's my take on it. Very. I was disappointed with Cummins. I thought Cummins could have got a barrel load tonight. As you say, he probably is blowing at his arse. So
no fit, Al. There's no fit. There's no fit.
I know, but still, it's Fraserburgh. You can get up for that. 20 minutes, man. Come on. The level of player you're playing against.
But I still think he'll score on Saturday.
Aye. Do you think he'll start?
No.
I'd play him. I'd put him in first. Play him, give him the first half.
No, I wouldn't start him, mate. I wouldn't start him, mate.
No. Morelos, he said, has been turned if this is all right. So you've got a player that's maybe unfit and a player that's head that's turned. It's 50-50. I'd go with him. Anyway, I need to go, guys. I need to go here.
All right, Al.
Good evening. Take care of yourselves. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers, Al.
Yeah.
George, where are you on the transfer window, mate?
I think we've had a great transfer window. Yeah, I really do. I mean, folk are talking about we Morelos moving. I honestly believe he'll move next week. If the Chinese teams are looking at him, I think they'll actually come in and get him. I think we'll be able to turn it back. I think he'll probably hold off until next week and maybe put us in a bit of backwards fit, but I think that's what's going to end up happening, if I'm honest.
Aye. Well, no be done till it's done, will it? It'll drag on. Obviously, the paper talk, etc. for a long time.
What you're saying there, I mean, it is ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid the way they're doing it. I mean, we've had a winter break there 2 weeks ago. Nobody was playing football. Why not have the winter? It's just something to talk about. Why not have the winter break now? In the last 2 weeks of the last week of the transfer window and the first week of February, have the winter break then, and that gets the players in. It means you can get all your players sorted out. It means there's guys away who can't play with teams tonight because they're away looking at other teams, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And then come the summer, you've got the transfer window in England shutting on the last day, the day before the football season finishes. But then everywhere else in the world, Germany and France, they're keeping their transfer window open until the end of August or the start of September or something. It's absolutely mental the way they're doing it now. They're destroying it.
I'm with Fox. I'm in the Fox camp, mate. I think it was something that is designed for TV rather than a good at a game, if I'm being really honest. Ibrox Loyal, you love it, don't you?
What a transfer window, of course I do, mate. But just unfortunate the last few years. We seem to do all our work before the transfer deadline day. I know everybody says it's better to get your work done early in the transfer window rather than the last minute or something, but I think it's always nice to have a player coming in. See, I think one of the last players we done it with, I think, was it the 5 Newcastle loanees, and only one ever played for the team. I think it was at Haris Hukic. And the other 4 were basically done.
Oh, the wee boy Ferguson played as well.
I think he played like a half a game or something. I don't think he...
No, he played it. It doesn't matter. He made a appearance.
And they started on their debut. One of them lasted 45 minutes. Mount, where do you stand in the transfer window? And then we'll go to Gary.
I think I agree with you, Oxford. I think it's created for TV. It's created for entertainment purposes. It's no. It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't suit the teams and the managers and the directors of football. I think they'd probably rather have a sort of, a fluid window where they can pick and choose and make adjustments when necessary. I think overall, I think the transfer window, I agree with George's slogan, the transfer window we've had is fantastic. If you said, the players that we've brought in and we're rejecting nearly £8-9 million bids for Morelos, then it has been a very, very successful window. On the Morelos situation, I think it could actually improve the money potentially, because if the window does shut and we don't sign another striker, then it's going to need to be silly money for us to part with the Scottish League's top goal scorer. It's going to need to potentially maybe get into the 12, maybe 13, £14 million range if we're going to lose that type of striking option. You know, and I
the
think,
Dembele range, is that what you mean?
See when
Well,
we say he's the Scottish League's top goal scorer.
yes.
We've got to put it in context what our league's like, and we've got to put it in context how many goals the boy scored.
But we're
He
selling
shows, wait a minute, he shows potential. He's no Marco Negri who scored 30 goals before Christmas.
I mean, if you want my honest opinion on the Morelos, if it is true, £8 million, I'd have bit in your hand off this morning. So I would have, you know, I think £10 million potentially we can't say no to that auction. And I think reality's got to kick in a wee bit and say, right, you know, if we can go into £10 million plus the season ticket money and potential other investments, that's some war chest we have got for the new season next year. You know.
Listen, we've had the game tonight, and I'm sure we'll not speak about it much. If you lads don't go on can go on mute, we'll hear from your manager, Graham Murray, having his thoughts on the game.
I think everyone expected it to be a battle this evening. Is that how it panned out?
It kind of panned out how I thought it would. Difficult pitch, difficult conditions with the wind, a very motivated and organised team, and it was a struggle at times. I thought at times we played in front of them too much. We made it too easy for them to actually play at their tempo rather than ours, but the pitch contributed to that. Overall though, 3 goals, clean sheet, everyone off the pitch healthy, and that was important for us to move on into the next game.
You just spoken to the written media and you said you weren't that happy with the fact that Josh Windass got a hat-trick, because I think you want a little bit more from him, don't you?
He's clinical, he's a good finisher, so the 3 goals are good, but he can add to his game. I want him playing against the back line more. I thought he was too deep too often. I think he can turn forward more, but see, when he gets the ball and he drives at people, when he takes a good first touch and he's in full flow, it's something to behold, and we want to build on that. I think there are times when he can actually utilise that more. It's up to us to help him to understand when that's appropriate and when he needs to shift the ball a little bit quicker to allow his teammates to help him. He needs to trust his teammates to get him to the ball in good positions. He just needs to go and get in there more often.
You obviously used different players this evening. Can you learn anything because of the fact that it was a very different game?
You can learn a little bit, but the most important thing I thought was Jason getting minutes, Andy getting minutes, Eduardo getting minutes, Joe Dodu getting minutes, Lee Hodgson getting minutes, Fabio getting minutes, which is great for me, because we're going to need to utilise the whole squad throughout the season. So getting them through the game, getting them healthy is really important for their mindset as well. For Jack Annick to keep a clean sheet is really important. We need to make sure that the whole squad feel a part of what we're trying to build here, and if we can do that through the cup competitions or just the way that we train and the way we behave in our daily behaviours, I think it's really important, and it can add to the positive feeling we currently have.
Would you utilise Jack Annick against United, for example, in the next round?
Potentially. He needs to keep training at the same level that he's at. He needs to keep pushing Wes the same way he's doing at the moment. But that team that played today, I was confident could go and win the game. It proved to be that way. I would have liked to have made some changes earlier, but I only kind of relaxed when we got our third, because I thought at times we were vulnerable to the random chance, the clearance, the wind, the refereeing decision, the pitch. Once we got the third goal, I actually started to relax and wanted to utilise the squad a bit more.
How important is this competition to you this season?
It's very important. We want to challenge in every competition we're in. So if this means us getting to the final and competing for a cup, absolutely fantastic. Bring it on. This squad needs to be doing that. Rangers need to be doing that. I understand that. So I've challenged the squad. I've told them what my expectations are, my minimum expectations for the season. We've taken a first step here today.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Yeah. On you go, Bridge.
I'm going to say, well said, the manager. I'd just like to say that Loyal, RC 1872 has just put in the lobby there that Wigan Athletic have signed that striker Devante Cole from Fleetwood Town on a 2.5-year deal, and that was at 9:30, he said. Just to let you know.
Well, it's not come up here yet, isn't it? So,
where are you on? Are you on that Twitter?
No, I've got this guy, Deadline deal in the background. I've got it on mute so it doesn't.
It was published. It was saying it was published at 9:30-ish. Not 9:30.
Right.
You might have missed it. Mm-hmm. All right, Fox. Graham Murty, he's very honest in how he sees the game.
Aye, he's honest about giving them game time and that, mate. But I don't like the bit that he said about we need to utilise them. Some of these players, because there's a few there I wouldn't like to see back in our team under any reasons, mate. I don't know about you. The rest of you spoke honestly about the game, mate. But let's be honest, we're quick enough to praise them when they play well, but that was shocking the night, mate. I don't care what MD says. Couldn't he put two passes together? Very rarely created anything, to be honest with you. It was individual goals for me with Windass. Well, the penalty was individual, but he made the other two himself for me. I don't think we created enough chances.
Hardly made a chance, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I think as far as the Rangers' quality has been over the short period of time there, we've certainly dropped right down, and not right to their level, but pretty close to it. Because I think they kind of dominated the pace of the game in big patches tonight, instead of us getting the ball and playing the way we wanted to play. I think we saw a bit of fear in some of our players tonight there when you saw the boys going right through the ball, and some of our players don't want anything to do with that. They don't want to see it.
Just couldn't pass the ball, Bridge.
And
Gary?
they couldn't pass the ball either. Yeah.
Gary, Mr. Murray, pretty honest.
Very honest assessment of tonight. I don't understand what he meant about Windass, bringing Windass back a bit. For me, he's better going forward. I don't understand the whole thing about wanting to bring him back towards the midfield.
No, I thought he meant the complete opposite for that, mate. He wants them going into the defence rather than picking the ball up deep. That's how I understood that.
Right. To me, it sounded like he was meaning that he wanted them.
No, I think he wanted them going up against the defensive line rather than coming deep and getting the ball with too much today. That was the way I heard that. Anybody else?
That's exactly what I thought. I think that's Josh Windass's best position for me. Running at defenders with the ball, because he's got a bit of pace, he's got a bit of trickery, he knows where the goal is, as we saw tonight. And with Fox, though, that was a shocking performance. I mean, we came away with that. The only positive for me that performance tonight was the fact that we came away with a 3-0 win. That was shocking, man. Andy Halliday, Cranchard, Hodgson, and probably Dodu, just to pick four of them out, were woeful for me tonight. And to be playing against a team that's all 8 places behind us, like that. I mean, if these are players trying to stake a place in that squad, in that first team, then I don't know what they thought they were doing tonight, because some of the performances were dreadful for me in the first half. Nobody able to pass the ball 10 yards to a blue jersey. I don't care about the wind. I don't care about the part. The point is, we've still supposed to have quality players compared to them. They're Fraserburgh. It's Fraserburgh we're talking about here.
On you go, Ibrox, Breton News.
No, it's just coming from STV's Chris Harvey there. He says that he spoke to Graham Murray after the game as well. He says Moraes will be going nowhere. He's under no economic thing to sell him, and he expects Rangers transfer business to be done for this transfer window. So.
All right, we've been joined by Alan63. How are we doing, Al?
Hello, is this on?
I hope so, mate. I'm dreaming about you.
All right. Oh, you hear my voice too.
Who is that? Who is it?
Well, Al, give us your thoughts.
Is it young Al? Is that young Al or old Al?
Young.
You're not that young Alan.
I was giving the choice. I would just like to say what was said about other games, that it was a hurdle that was there to be overcome, wasn't it? And we done it. But I think we could have done it an awful lot easier. I did it rather. An awful lot easier with a better team selection. I thought the team selection for the off was scandalous. And I actually heard the team getting ready at Radio Spud, believe it or not, which I've got absolutely no reason why I had it on. I was working on my computer because I've been shipped to the loftus room and I'm down here in the bedroom, main bedroom now, because I talk too much.
We could have told them that.
We've got to have someone we could have played instead of Hodgson. Do you know what I thought we were going to get tonight at right back? I thought we were going to get to see either Bates playing right back or the guy Martin playing right back, but as he cup tides that, how he carried it. Or maybe.
No, he wasn't on the bench. I would have liked it. I mean, obviously the young boys are away in Villarreal, but one of them that's left, the sort of 19, 20, 21-year-olds, surely must.
Yeah, I've got to. And the left back. I mean, if MD needs to arrest, it's probably that wee fella as well, isn't it? You guy John had been running game after game after game all the time up and down that pitch. It was Fraserburgh. Aberdeen beat Ross County easier than we beat Fraserburgh. That's the sad thing. Up front, I felt so sorry for the guy Cummings, because that was disgraceful. The known amount of chances we created. He get nothing, absolutely nothing.
You get no help whatsoever, Alan. You're right.
Shocking. And see, so many times we actually did break a wee bit I thought fast, because we caught them a few times. See, as soon as the ball went to Windass, it died. He just wanted to stop, turn back, and pass the ball back. And I was like,
I think the manager highlighted that, didn't he?
That was the point. The manager saying, being brave in the football part doesn't mean you run for tackles and all that. There's different kinds of braveness. He wants them to get the ball deep, turn and go at players and see where it takes him.
That's his game, innit? He's a runner.
Aye.
I agreed with Lewis earlier on, and you'll not like it, Ridgeman. I thought that it was ideal for Michael Harlan to play. He's far fitter.
Right.
Aye.
Oh, wow.
They're full
I'll take
backs.
my hat off you, pal. I take my hat off. Your thoughts are not mine, I can assure you.
Nah, I don't think they'd be able to keep up with his pace. And I think if you
They would have booted him off the park, pal. They would have kicked him right off the park.
If they were going to play Dodu as well, but they should have played him for the start. 2 up front, no one.
Well, these are tactics that way, but...
yeah. Against the Highland League mob, let's play one up front. That was just stupid. And how often did we camp inside their half? It was very, very little. We were going up, we were coming back, just because of bad passing. Your guys can't pass the ball. Gary said the other night, I was listening to you on what was it, XLR. The guy Bates headed everything against, who was it?
Ross County.
Ross County. The guy he was up against was up to his chest. You don't get man of the match for doing that. No. I thought the guy Murphy in that particular game was good. I'll shut up next time. Talk too much. I'll get thrown
No, it's all right.
No. Come on. Come out and tell it. Finish it off.
All right. Halliday. I don't know why he was playing. Was that his level?
Just to give him some game time, mate. Just to give him some team time. Listen, Gary...
I would pat on the back say it's not his game, because I think he should have been playing up behind Cummings. Because he's not a creative player.
Alan, I think you'll find that Halliday is one of the key people in the let's say the 18-man squad that sits on the bench.
Yeah.
Right, he's one of them. So all of those guys should all be getting some game time just to keep them turning over.
The manager, as far as that was concerned, Bridgie, got it spot on.
I think so.
Let's go to young Gary. His thoughts, and then we'll go to George Logan. Gary.
I suppose the positive out of seeing those guys tonight is just knowing that some of them aren't going to be in the team going forward. That's a positive way to look at it, I suppose. But I tell you what, I did think. Don't know if any of you felt the same, but I sure got a fright when that breaking news thing popped up during the game. I thought that meant something was happening with us.
I was hoping it was a change in Prime Minister, but that's just a personal thought.
You wish so, yeah.
Can you explain that? Because I never saw that.
That's enough.
I never saw that, because you've got to explain what that was.
Nothing.
It was a breaking news thing. It popped up, and it was ended up something about Ayew going back to Swansea. But
right, okay.
Done it during the Rangers game, and it just made me think.
Yeah. The ticker tape. Anyway, George, have we been overcritical, mate?
Yeah, we definitely are. I mean, I came on and I said a couple of things about Hodgson. I didn't think Hodgson should play again. That's just my opinion. I don't think the goalkeeper's good enough.
Did you have the same view before the night? But
I don't think. I've spoke to you about this before about wee Hodgson. He's a really bad right back. He's worse at left back. Again, that's the way it is. But I mean, there's the night. I mean, the boy Martin's had a death in his family, so he's been getting a couple of days off. That's fair enough. A positive for me. The big boy at the back got a game the night. He's not had a game for the Wales, so that's
Cardozo.
Cardozo had a game the night, so he's a backup to Martin. Alves hasn't actually left yet, so I mean we've got a big massive squad there. Look at our bench in the night. Morelos and Goss and all the guys on the bench, and then beyond that as well, you've still got players to come back. I mean, I would say we're probably the strongest we've been in many years. Also, I was talking about the boys at work today. getting probably best transfer window since 2011. So we're doing no bad. I mean, it's all right to come on, but it's easy to be critical like we were the night about certain guys and that. But at the very start, I thought it was a good game. I liked watching Cranchar. We all ken Cranchar's finish. I like watching his touches and things like that because you ken what he's got. And see, to be honest, he's probably got to play maybe 4 or 5 games for us this season, and that's probably got to be the game when he's got to play the other night. He maybe not got a lot more games for us this thing. So if we Murty's got to turn around and say, right, give him a game. This has got to be a night when he's got to get a game. We should beat that team, even if it is Hodgson and all these guys are playing. So, no, definitely positives to date for us. We're a right strong team now. And folk are saying about Aberdeen beat Ross County. We never conceded a goal tonight. For as poor as we were, we never conceded a goal tonight. I thought the goalkeeper was poor and the left back was poor, but right back was poor. But still, we've done no bad considering the amount of players we've got out as well, injured and can't play for different reasons. We Docherty can't play for registration reasons, and Tavernier was suspended. Our captain's been injured for a good part of the year. Centre midfielder Dorrans has been injured, so I think we're in a really strong position waiting on guys coming back in that Ox. The second half of the season's got to be really exciting, in my opinion, Ox.
I don't think we'll play such a poor team this weekend. I think the team we're going to be playing will be a lot
but different. They'll be near enough the same team that's played against Aberdeen and Ross County.
Yeah, I would think so.
Bridge, we're getting interference for you when you speak. I know you're coming off a mute, mate. I can hear it, but there's some interference. I don't know.
Sorry, pal.
Have you got a different mic? It's a buzzing, mate. It's a buzzing.
Is it? Okay.
Is anybody else hearing it? Is it just me?
Yeah.
No, it's just you, I think.
No, I can hear it too. Or is it just Bridge talking? I can.
It's probably that.
Sorry, Bridge. I was just calling.
When you come off mute, you hear it. Fox, any tips? Fox?
No, mate, I haven't. No. I've not looked at the horses yet, mate. I'll let you know after.
You're a worse caller. You're better when you're on your game. You're not so good when you're a caller.
Can I just say one thing about Andy Halliday, mate?
Aye?
Under 2 managers, mate, he's not been able to play that position. If people have confidence at Ibrox, give him a change of position and let us see him in maybe he'd do something more forward, but it doesn't work as a defensive midfielder.
But mate, we can't just give him a game for sentiment, mate. He's not done anything to justify a game.
If you're going to play him in games like that, play him in a different position because he can't play defensive midfielder, mate. There's no strength in the boy for some reason. He's got some nice football touches. And I think previously he played further forward before he came to Ibrox, mate. It's not worked out for him, and you should have a word with the manager, see about a change of position for him.
See the first 20 minutes, I forgot he was on the park. On you go, Al.
I was going to say to Fox, he'd probably do all right at the tip of the diamond. He's got a cracking shot. His appetite's good. His passing's all right. He's definitely not a centre midfielder because... like Fox says, we've seen him too many times, so why would he play Dade again tonight? It was a bad team selection.
I mean, talking about people are definitely not the midfielders. We've been joined by Blue Shadow. How we doing, Blue?
Hello, boys. How we doing? I just thought I'd phone in and back George up. I think you're all being just far too negative about this.
Did you enjoy that, Blue
Shadow? Good evening.
Did you enjoy that?
Hello.
That was fabulous. Yeah, it was a 3-0 win. Well, being serious though, the job was done. We got the job done the night, and at the end of the day, that was it. There's somebody in the lobby, I can't remember who his name. He summed it up in one. It was more like a training game than anything else.
If you trained at that pace, mate, you get into trouble.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, but it just had that. You know, it's a knockabout. They're not playing at full pace, as it were. Maybe it'd work. It's tactical. I don't know. But as I say, Fox is absolutely right about Andy Halliday, by the way. And I was like, why he was played at defensive midfield when it has never worked before. In 2 years now, and they've been trying to force poor Andy to play that position.
It must be, mate. It's easy 2 years, you know.
And the poor guys, I mean, he's tried his heart out. You know, he's given. It's no from lack of effort that it's no work for him. He's tried his heart out. You know, I mean, first of all, it was who's that? I can't even remember the name of all the guys that were supposed to be coming in to play defensive midfielder. And I'm sure somebody. Yeah. I'm sure somebody was telling them, just till this boy comes in, and then just till this boy comes in.
Can I just say, somebody's trying to get into is you've joined the previous call for the pre-match show, so you'll not get into this call. I think it might be Bridge, or it could be Cairo. You've joined it, you've phoned the wrong call. You're trying to get back in. Carry on, boy.
It's just saying, you know, I mean, we've given some players a run out tonight. That's about all we can say.
That's about it. It's a
pretty positive thing. And it's doubtless some players definitely needed game time. I think the manager got it right, mate, with his selection. I think he got it right with what he was trying to do. I think what just didn't happen is we just didn't pass the ball well enough. Well, I think I was saying that before during the week, you know, what we should do is rest players, you know, like Goss and people like that. I'm all for that, but just say whether it's lack of game time or what, I mean. Lack of game time doesn't mean you pass as badly as that, though, does it?
You should still be able to pass the ball 10 yards, mate.
When that's one thing that shouldn't be affected.
When we were knocking it about at the Rangers Radio 5-a-side tournament, Bridge, Fox and that, they could still knock it 10 yards. And they were playing in the over 65 team.
I thought you were saying they were saying the pitch playing dominoes.
I can think of the guys that you would look upon when you were a bit younger playing football, and you'd think, well, even though being the first kind of 5 picks or whatever, and even they could pass the ball. I don't know how we've got football players today that can't pass the ball.
As you say, normally Alvo, but you know, it's like True Blue said a couple of weeks ago. You know, it's normally the fat lad that you give the centre back jersey to, isn't it?
Oh, I knew a lot of thin guys that couldn't play football as well.
Oh, hey, come on, I'm not having that.
but they could pass the ball. I mean, you might not be able to beat them there, tackle too great, but they could pass the ball. You'd be always like, give me it. Someone else shouting, 5 guys all at once, give me it.
And that was the worst thing about the performance for me tonight. You know, I mean, some of the individual performances were just dreadful, but it was the passing for me. You know, it was shocking the amount of times that he misplaced passes, you know, the amount of times they lost the ball. I mean, these are guys that are at Rangers. You know, they're at Rangers. These guys have been coached on a daily basis at Rangers, and yet they couldn't pass the ball 10 yards to each other. I just thought the performance tonight, as far as the passing went, especially more so than anything else, was just absolutely shocking. You can blame the park, you can blame the wind coming in off the North Sea, you can blame a wee tight park, you know, you can find all the excuses under the sun if you want to, but it was Fraserburgh, a Highland League team that were playing.
Ibrox Loyal, any news for us, mate?
No, there's nothing, mate. So I think...
Any other signings we should know about anywhere? Big ones or anything?
No, nothing to do with us, mate, no.
But anything?
There's the Alexander Mitrovic deal. He was meant to be going to Anderlecht, so there is a lot of talk of him needing to find another club to go on loan to. So if Rangers want to try and get a hold of somebody at Newcastle, then there's a striker for us.
Aye.
Does anybody think that one of the Chinese clubs, apparently there's 2 interested in Morelos, does anybody think that by the end of February Morelos will be gone and we'll be stuck without another striker?
That's a bad day, mate. It's a bad day.
It'll depend if Morelos wants to go. I think it's the key to the whole thing.
I would think the money he could earn in China would be much more than he could earn in Scotland, to be honest. Blue Shadow, you know.
Aye, but he said he wants to go down to the Premiership. Maybe he's deluded that he's good enough to go down to the Premiership.
Aye, yeah.
Can I just pass this around the panel just really quickly, just on the Morelos thing? Right, Mr. Marty's apparently come out and said that Morelos is confused and his head's been turned by all the numbers and that, right? So my question to you is, if he doesn't go, how is it going to affect him for the rest of the season?
Well, that's a good point, Gary.
That's the problem, Gary.
We're going to end up with a striker whose head's been turned and he's not happy and won't play.
No, I don't think so.
I can seriously.
I hope no. Like.
I can seriously see
Right,
the
one,
toys
one at a
coming
time.
out the
One
pram.
at a time. I use will be if we drop that Alan and Boy Shadow. It's not just for you to talk to each other. On you go, Alan.
Yay! I'm just going to say the same thing as you said there. If he's wanting a move and it's to England, then he's going to have to try. He can't just become a lazy wee boy, but he's
no. Do you think he's done enough to justify a big money
£8 million quid? If it was £8 million quid, it was my club. I'd have taken it. You kidding not? He's a wee rough diamond. He's getting.
He could be. He's got potential, mate. He's got potential, mate.
He can back in and he can hit a ball. He's not.
Is it possible that the club are going to look for 10 or 12 million?
Bridgeman, one at a time. One at a time, mate.
I don't think they'll look for 10 or 12 million. No.
Yeah. No. All right. Blue Shadow then back to Bridge.
I mean, they're going to give you 8.
Blue Shadow then back to Bridge. You're called Alan. You'll be getting put in the loft again. On you go, Blue. Then we'll go to Bridge.
I really don't understand why Mr. King. Mr. King's here. Why is he not come in and said, "Oh, hold on a minute"? You know.
Oh, Mr. King's no, bro. Boy, Mr. King's not going to come out in a transfer, is he?
No, but yeah. What is £8 million on the
no, it's no. That's no his remit or his job. He's not. That's the football side of it.
He's a bloody chairman. It's when, you know. The fact is that if you've got somebody who's in charge of a company, and they'll come in and say if there's something that they seriously disagree. Normally they'll stay out of it. If there's something seriously wrong that they disagree with, they will come steaming in. I want to talk to you, and you in my office now. And
it'll be business. Football's a unique business.
Aye, I'm wondering if indeed there's something different about this, and the fact that the Chinese transfer window is open till the end of February. I don't know whether Rangers are going to try and go for one of these guys that hasn't got a contract somewhere. One of the guys totally out of contract. I think can maybe pick someone up there, or try to pick someone up there. But I'm really convinced now that that deal is probably still there, and it'll probably end up being Rangers are probably sticking out for the $10 million. That's what I really believe now, because otherwise I would have expected the manager to turn and say, "No, there's no more transfers. Completely no more transfers involving Rangers at all. We're finished."
All right, on you go, Blue Shadow.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
I had to go back to Bridge before he forgot.
Oh God, I know, it's murder Polish, man. It just goes zoom right out of your mind completely.
No, but as chief exec, you know, you're going to come in and put your foot down and say, right, that's it, cut that, this is happening. And I think if King had come in at the start and said, you know, when this came out, perhaps 6.5 million, it's like, if it goes to 8 million, we're taking it, and you need to get somebody else in, and you know, to give them a couple of days that they've got to do something. He's no staying, because I think if I mean, for me, Morelos is that it's certainly no good enough to get a Premiership move.
He's got potential. That's what he's got, isn't it?
Yeah, he has got potential. I mean, I think his level's probably top of the Championship
at the moment, or potential.
Potential. Potentially, I think he's, you know, the 10-15 million pound strikers that they're buying at the minute. I mean, you're looking at people like Jordan Rhodes, people like that. That sort of standard.
Dave King and Graham Murty had a wee sit down the other day. Maybe Graham Murty said to Dave King, you know, we need this guy for the second half of the season. It's simple as that. Unless you get a bid in, it's totally, completely out there, then I suggest you knock it back. And I mean, they knocked back, apparently, according to Sky and stuff like that today, they've knocked back 8 million now for Morelos. So maybe he said to Dave King and that sit down, look, we need this guy. It's as simple as that. If you want to have any kind of success in the second half of the season, we need him. You know.
Can I put forward?
Remember the problem you've got, Rudy. The problem you've got, Rudy, is the way the game's changed now. That he downs tools and you end up with nothing.
I agree.
Make it quick, mate. There's a lot of other people need to speak.
I know. I was going to say, I mean, what happens if, for example, we go into the European? I mean, they're relying on European money. If we go into Europe next year, and we happen to draw a big team and get knocked out early, and there's no European money, Morelos has just thrown his toys out the pram. He's worth nothing. So now then Murty ends up selling players for peanuts, and everybody knows it's a fire sale.
You're cheery, ain't you?
I'm sorry, but that's that's a conceivable thing that could happen. If we take the money for Morelos now, then with the ticket money on top of it, that pretty much guarantees our financial stability certainly for the next season.
There is a bit of sense in that. On you go, Gary.
I was just going to say that my worry is because he's young, how it's going to affect him. See if he was older, it might not worry me so much, but it's just because he's so young. I just worry that it's going to affect him mentally if his head has been turned.
All right, good point, mate. Good point. Mount Vernon.
I think it's a hard situation for the club, but Morelos is a Rangers player. I think Mr. Murty and the backroom staff can develop him into a top draw player. We can maybe see some more millions on top of that 8 or 9 million that they're looking at. But no, I thought for me, guys, I think he's important for the second half of the season for the Rangers.
George, the problem is he's not got any affinity with your club, so if he moves, if he doesn't, he'll want to move because it's all about the bucks for the boy.
That could be very well be it. Maybe the lad he's not got anything with, but I think the ball's in Rangers' court, like Ken. I mean, we've paid 1.2 million for this guy. There's bids in there for him. Somebody was saying there, Ken, we should be taking the money and things like that. I think we've played it clever. I think this is proven we're no as broke as what people want to make out with Ox. Ken, people want to tell us big skint Rangers were minks and that because we're taking loan players and things like that. Well, there's definitely been a bid on the table. Nobody knows exactly how much the bid's been for. We've held off in that. So, but what Blue was saying there, let's say we got a big team in Europe next year and we get put out. Well, it used to be the same as with Alex McLeish when that was the manager. If we had a big team in Europe or any team in Europe and we got put out, one of the guys would get sold. And that's what happened there. It's as simple as that. I think the ball's in your court. I think we've done a great bit of business with that laddie. And it's no... I've seen somebody today saying about Mark Allen. It wasn't even Mark Allen. It was
Jonathan Johansson.
Aye, so I think that's a great bit of business. So it's a really day. My honest opinion, I think he'll be away next week.
All right. Listen, lads, we've reached that time of the evening. Ibrox, go back to you quickly, mate. What's happening? Any big moves? Last few minutes in England? Is it all loans? Anything finalised?
Well, breaking news there, mate. That is it. Slimani's went into Newcastle. United, that is it.
Ooh.
And we've missed out on Mitrovic because he's went to Fulham. So you're no fast, you're last, I suppose, in football nowadays. But the transfer window is about to shut in 4 minutes' time. So
I just seen breaking news on Twitter. The New York, it says here Rangers in talks with Turkish under-21 player Amaprodi. Don't know any much about the boy.
Don't do that, George. Man, I thought I'd have signed him there.
Brilliant, George. Brilliant. Sign him.
On the following page, George, it says that we offered Fraserburgh Hodgson for a £5, and they said, no, he's no good enough.
You're all right.
Take it back in the box.
George, what about a young boy we signed today, another Rangers supporter? Do you think Mark Allen's been looking at everybody who went to school before he approached them?
Aye, I think, by the way, Ox, I don't know, you can do a wee check on Twitter where Norwich have announced it, and underneath it, all the Norwich fans, you're quite surprised that Norwich have let this laddie go, by the way, Ox. I think he's got a wee bit of talent.
Fox was saying that today to me. Fox said that the day when I get in. Right, anyway, time for shout-outs after that marvellous performance at Fraserburgh. Alan, 63.
Yep, proud of the performance. No, start again.
You've been on a sherry, Alan.
Did one of you get kicked out that long?
No, it was great getting past the hurdle, I suppose. I'd like Mr. Murty to pick these guys like that together again. I think it's maybe giving them one final chance, knowing that we'd probably beat them anyway. Aye, keep it going. Let's keep getting better. Let's get the guys jailed. Wee fella with the joker on his hand. Get yourself fit, mate. Let's see some goals.
Ibrox.
I just think shout out to Mr. Martin team. He's did what he said today. He's won the match. We carry on to Saturday.
Here. Rudy Bert.
We shout out to all the Bears that travelled that distance and never got in. I think that's an absolute.
I'm sure we'll be talking about that tomorrow night, mate.
My shout outs to them. I hope they have a safe journey back.
Shocking, mate. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Blue Shadow.
I think you were right first time there, Rox. It was a bit grim.
Up north.
Bit grim up north, aye. And, I certainly hope we make the right decision over young Fredo, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the night.
Cheers, mate. Mount Vernon.
Can you give a massive shout out to the Garahole, the Clarkston Loyal, for travelling up today? Can I give a big shout out to all the travelling fans? You're the heart and soul of our club. Just remember, guys, we are the people, and let's get into the spin runners on Saturday.
George.
Aye, another great show by you boys. Well done to all you. Another 3-0 win for the Rangers. We keep going marching on. So we are the people, no surrender.
Well said, George. Gary?
Yeah, I just a big shout out to Mr. Murray and the boys. Got the job done tonight, did what we needed to do. And it's an absolutely massive game on Saturday, so make sure we get the 3 points there.
Yep, Fox?
My shout out goes to the board, mate. I'm glad they didn't jump in and snatch the money. They've possibly put the football side to the fore at the club, and that's given me more faith in them, mate.
Well said. Bridgeman.
I'd like to echo everybody's shout outs, and particularly the one that Gary came away with there, which is a never ending truth at the moment for the Rangers. It's another massive, massive game. Next game up, massive game, and we need to do it. So to all the Rangers fans all over the world, pressure's back on. Everybody keep it going for the Rangers, because we need it. Keep it going.
Hey, can I thank everybody who's joined us tonight on the call? All the lads that's finished off the call, thanks very much. And also Big Al in Australia. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking part in the lobby. Thanks for taking part on Facebook. We'll see you soon. Take it away, old school boy.
Every other centre is my off day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Paisley Road, me and my wee pal George. We'll love to see the lasses with their blue scarves on. We'll love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score.
1872 down the Glasgow Green, where the River Clyde flows gently through the city. A group of young men whose favourite sport was rowing got their heads together and got the Rangers going. Moses McNeil came up with the name, and down in Fletcher's Hall they played their first games. They then moved to Burbank, just off the Western Road. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? Didn't you know we've had the finest team that Scotland has ever seen? Didn't you know that we're the ones they all adore? We won the cups, we won the leagues, more than any other team. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? In 1877 we reached our first cup final. By 1887 we found our Ibrox home. In 1894 we had won our first cup, and everyone knew that the Jars were on the road. In 1899 we won our first league, and the team support had started to grow. By the end of the century we had built our first stadium. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? Didn't you know we had the finest team that Scotland has ever seen? Didn't you know that we're the one they all adore? We won the cups, we won the league, more than any other team. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? 4 league championships started a new century, and they all knew there'd be many more to come. William Rowan and William Struth set down the traditions and are held in the highest esteem by the club. The team dominated all through the 30s. They won every trophy in 1934. Then after the war, they carried on the show. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? Didn't you know we've had the finest team that Scotland has ever seen? Didn't you know that we're the ones they all adore? We won the cups, we won the league, more than any other team. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? In 1969 we won our first treble. Scott Simon arrived to carry on the dream, the first British club to reach a European final. Then Jim Baxter arrived to grace the field of dreams. After Davy White, Willie Waddle returned to win the Cup Winners' Cup. In 1972 Barcelona was the place we all wanted to go. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? Didn't you know we've had the finest team that Scotland has ever seen? Didn't you know that we're the one they all adore? We won the cups, we won the league, more than any other team. Didn't you know, didn't you know, didn't you know? In the 70s Jack Wallace led with a new confidence, went into trebles in 76 and 78. The next to lead was the legend John Gregg, the one who was voted the Ranger of all time. Then in the 80s with Graham Souness, the Rangers went from strength to strength. With Walter Smith we won 9